𝘀𝗪𝘂𝗀𝘂 likes to charge into situations without thinking too much about the possible consequences. Possessing such traits can become a double-edged sword as the possibilities of situations can be endless. However, when it came to 𝘀𝗪𝘂 getting inspired to reveal his identity to his crush by the newcomer of their one small group chat, he never thought of the possible consequences that his actions might bear. The former captain only realized these possibilities and started contemplating on his actions when the group chat had already agreed to doing the challenge. Why did I even propose the challenge? The owlhead sighed, mentally slapping himself in the face for being too overconfident. 𝘀𝗪𝘂 then got up from his bed and started jumping around his dorm room, trying his best to warm himself up like he would do before a practice match. Now that he thinks about it, he never really thought about his own sexuality that clearly. For the longest time he thought he was either bisexual, pansexual or gay. However, as time progressed he slowly realized that that might not be the case for him. For starters, he doesn't really feel a strong attraction towards any of his other peers, may it be the opposite sex or the same sex. However, when it came to the former vice captain of the 𝘀𝗪𝘅𝗐𝗐 volleyball club, the former captain would have a different feeling when he was around 𝘚𝚎shi. A feeling that he was sure was a crush, as what Kuru had explained to him when he first started developing such feelings for the former setter. What am I actually? The former captain asked himself, still confused of his own identity. Maybe if I open up to 𝘚𝚎shi about it he'll know. But how do I tell it to him without exposing myself? The owlhead sat down on his bed once again, contemplating on his next move. Private messages between 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san and 𝘚𝚎shi. Hi 𝘚𝚎shi. How was your day? 𝘚𝚎shi is online. Hi 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san. It was good. Could have been better but meh. Do share 𝘚𝚎shi. If you want to, of course. Remember Yude-san? The manga artist that you work with? Apparently the manga chapter that we worked on performed really well. Wait. Really? That's so cool 𝘚𝚎shi. So our team decided to celebrate and well. That didn't turn out well. Grinning face with smiling eyes and sweat drop. Hey. Please don't tell me something bad happened to you 𝘚𝚎shi. Did you get hurt? Are you in the hospital? I'll come to you quickly if you tell me where you are. What? No, calm down 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san. It wasn't that bad at all Yude-san just got a little drunk and when I assisted him home we kinda fell down the sidewalk. Please tell me you're okay. I'm fine Bo-san, just a little sore in my arm, nothing to worry about. Okay, I'm coming to your house to take care of you. What? No need 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san. Don't worry about the travel time, okay? I just wanna make sure you're okay. But I promise I'll stay safe, okay? I just wanna make sure that it isn't too bad. There's no stopping you, is it? Note relieved face. Fine, but please stay safe or else. Not you threatening me. Just stay safe 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san, okay? Please? I will now. Go rest. I'll make sure to bring you something. 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san and 𝘚𝚎shi are offline. 𝘀𝗪𝘂 then proceeded to get his things ready before heading out to 𝘚𝚎shi's residence. The former captain then stood outside of 𝘚𝚎shi's building, whilst checking all of the things that he might have forgotten whilst going out. Everything seems to be in place, I think I should knock now. 𝘀𝗪𝘂 then proceeded to get closer to 𝘚𝚎shi's door and slowly knocked on it, hoping that it wasn't too loud to disturb the vice captain's neighbors. After a few moments, the door slowly swung open, revealing 𝘚𝚎shi, who was holding onto his right shoulder as if trying to support it. 𝘀𝗪𝘂 then sported the latter with a worried look before slowly assisting him back inside his residence. I'm sorry for making you get out of bed 𝘚𝚎shi. The owlhead said sadly before being reciprocated by a small smile by the vice captain. It's fine 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san, at least you got here safe. You really are too nice, 𝘚𝚎shi. You're the one who's hurt yet you're still asking if I'm fine. 𝘚𝚎shi chuckled. It was true that the vice captain exhibited such behavior even during their high school days. He was the type who would put everyone before himself. Which was not a bad trait, yet sometimes the owlhead would observe that he would take it too far to the point that he'd start neglecting himself. Force of habit, I guess. 𝘀𝗪𝘂 smiled softly, before ushering him towards the living room. Here, let me see your injury. 𝘀𝗪𝘂 told him as he sat both of them down. 𝘚𝚎shi then complied and revealed his slightly injured arm. Though there wasn't any visible injury, 𝘀𝗂 could see in 𝘚𝚎shi's face that it hurt every time he'd make slight movements, which worried 𝘀𝗂 a lot. Let's apply a cold compress on your shoulder, okay 𝘚𝚎shi? Maybe it'll help. And if it doesn't get better we'll get you to a doctor, alright? 𝘚𝚎shi nodded, seemingly amazed at how calm and collected the former captain was. A side of the former captain that he rarely sees. How do you know this 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san? Iwaizumi-kun taught us about this. And I also might have remembered this back in college. 𝘚𝚎shi hummed. He'd forgotten that 𝘀𝗪𝘂 took up a sports science degree back in university, which explains why he has an understanding of basic human anatomy. 𝘀𝗂 then headed towards the kitchen to fetch the needed items for the former vice captain. I'm going to put the compress now 𝘚𝚎shi, alright? 𝘚𝚎shi nodded and flinched at the immediate cold that creeped up on his skin caused by the compress. Thanks 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san. The former vice captain softly smiled, which was also reciprocated by 𝘀𝗪𝘂. Feeling better? Cold. The duo chuckled before falling into silence once more. You look like you have something on your mind 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san. Huh? I don't know why, but something tells me that you want to talk about something. What? How did you know? So you did want to talk about something, huh? Why yeah, but how did you know? I guess with the look in your eyes, I kinda just had a slight feeling in my gut. 𝘀𝗂 stared at the former vice captain, seemingly amazed by him. So, do you want to talk about it 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san? Maybe. Hey, you don't look sure? No, I am sure, just a little nervous I guess. Take your time 𝘀𝗪𝘂-san. The room then fell into silence, with 𝘚𝚎shi staring ahead at the living room and 𝘀𝗪𝘂 seemingly engrossed in his own thoughts. After a few moments the silence was then broken by the former captain. I know someone you know. Oh. A friend I assume? Yeah, well, not really a friend, more like a cousin. The owlhead lied so as to not expose himself too much. Well, they told me that they're not sure about their own identity here. And they asked me for help about it. Oh. Are they okay with you talking about it to other people? Huh? Oh yeah, haha, of course. They did tell me that they needed help, and I guess asking for others' opinions would probably help them understand themselves even better. He chuckled, effectively coming up with a white lie. 𝘁𝗍𝘂 on the other hand was a little suspicious of the statement but chose to keep his mouth shut and listen to the former captain. They told me that they can't feel attraction to any guy or girl. Except for one person. Okay. Now they're confused because they have a crush of the same sex, yet they can't feel the same attraction when it's another person of the same sex. They are basically attracted to just one particular person. Why? Yeah. Is there any reason why they are attracted to them? Maybe because they've been attached to the hip for a long time now. And maybe because they feel a strong connection between them. Sounds like your cousin is probably 𝘵𝗡𝘂𝗪𝗂𝗧. Someone who's attracted to a person after they establish a close emotional bond with them. 𝘵𝗡𝘂𝗪𝗂𝗧 then slowly found himself thinking, was he demisexual? Maybe that explains why he only gets attracted to 𝘁𝗍𝗂 and no one else. You seem to be lost in thought, 𝘵𝗡𝘂𝗪𝗂𝗧. Yeah. I was just wondering. Demisexual, right? Yeah, from the description you gave it points more into that direction, 𝘵𝗡𝘂𝗪𝗧. How do you know this, 𝘁𝗍𝗂𝗏? Probably because I kinda relate to them as well, haha. Wait, you're demi as well? Yeah. That's so cool, 𝘁𝗍𝗂𝗏. So, is there someone you're attracted to? 𝘁𝗍𝗂's face slowly started turning red at the question. Not saying. Or pretty please? The owlhead pressed further, seeing if his pleading eyes would have an effect on the former setter. Maybe next time. Really? Or I promise I'll earn your trust, 𝘁𝗍𝗂𝗏. I won't let you down. 𝘁𝗍𝗂𝗏 let out a small laugh as he heard the words the former captain uttered. kagehina. If it were any other situation, Hinata would rather throw himself off a cliff than admit his vulnerability to his crush. However, due to Yamaguchi having the determination to reveal his truth, Hinata also felt determined to do the same thing. The only thing holding the tangerine back from telling the truth to his crush was his fear of being mocked by Kageyama. Though a large part of Hinata was telling him that Kageyama was far from exhibiting such traits, a little voice in the back of his head tells him otherwise. The tangerine rolled around his bed, seemingly trying to calm himself down. Hinata was obviously still affected by the last challenge and was now taking extra precaution on how to approach Kageyama with such questions. Will he think that I'm weird? The tangerine asked himself whilst making scenarios in his own head about the worst possible thing that could happen when he told the truth. Should I even tell him about this? Hinata asked once more. With each passing question his determination was slowly fading. Maybe this was just a waste of energy? What if he thinks that it's stupid and goes offline again? But this time, he doesn't actually try to make up for the action. The last challenge was a close call. Admittedly, the tangerine couldn't stop the tears from flowing down his eyes when Kageyama had gone offline after being vulnerable to him. Luckily, however, the pain subsided when Kageyama did something for him that he found sweet, though it didn't mean that he still wasn't scared of the outcome of this challenge. Will it be just like last time but worse? Or will it be different? Fuck it, you know what, I'll just get this over with. If he pulls an asshole move again, I'll just spike a ball to his face. He huffed before grabbing his phone on the nightstand and searching for Kageyama's contact. Private messages between Hinata Shoyo and Kageyama Tobio. Kageyama Tobio is online. Boke. I wanna tell you something. Okay. But promise me you won't go offline all of a sudden. Are you still mad about the little stunt I pulled? No. I can tell when you're lying, you know. Okay, fine. What if I'm still a little hurt? I'm sorry, Shoyo. I really am. I didn't know that my actions would lead to that. HMPH. At least you made up for it by giving me meat buns. Hey. I would have delivered it to you myself, but I was scared that I would have made things very awkward for you, so yeah. I promise. I'll make it up to you, okay? You can make it up to me by not leaving so suddenly this time around, huffing with anger face. I promise, no matter how questionable it may sound. Excuse you. Haha, I'm just messing with you, Sho. Anyways, I wanted to ask you a question. Shoot. How do you feel about someone liking someone else of the same sex? You mean a guy liking another guy and a girl liking another girl? Yeah. I think it's great that they are comfortable with who they are. I don't really mind it, to be honest. It's not like they are harming other people by existing, right? Even if it was someone who you know. Yeah, I don't really mind it at all. Doesn't matter if they're gay, straight, bi or whatever the fuck, as long as they are happy, I guess. Why are you asking me this all of a sudden, Sho? Well, what if I told you I was pansexual, he? Oh, well, I didn't expect you to come out to me. I'm proud of you, Boke. Have you told anyone else about this? Hey, number, you're the first one. Oh, well, thank you for trusting me. Hey, thank you as well, Cags. For not reacting negatively, haha. I was a little scared that you might find me weird and disgusting if I told you about my real self. Why the hell would I do that? You know, it happens to other people sometimes, and I just don't wanna lose you, I guess. Has that happened to you before? You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. Hey, thanks, Kageyama. Really. It's basic human decency, Boke. You know what? How about we go out for some ice cream or something? After practice? Huh? Why? To celebrate. Celebrate what? I don't know, you coming out to me, I guess. Huh? What? Why? Huh? I don't know how these things work, okay? When I came out to Miwa as bisexual, she took me to an ice cream parlor to celebrate. PFFTY, is that so cute? Do you want to go or not? Yeah, of course, haha, I'd love to. Tsukiyama. Yamaguchi Tadashi never really expected himself to become so bold enough in revealing his identity to his best friend. The former captain couldn't explain why a sudden feeling of wanting to just get it over with suddenly sprung up from within him. Have you though? Or is this just a futile attempt at convincing yourself that you have moved on? 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗏's words kept echoing in his mind, though he wouldn't admit it. The aggressive tennis ball was right. He'd be lying to himself if he said that he already moved on from Tsukishima. In truth, however, the former captain was still holding on to a sliver of hope that maybe, just maybe, Tsukishima would give him a chance. Private messages: 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗏 and Yamaguchi Tadashi. I don't know what you're up to, but whatever it is, it might be for the best. Yamaguchi Tadashi is online. Huh? I'm just saying, maybe if you tell him you're gay, he'd slowly open up more to you. PFFT, is this your way of trying to comfort me or something? Shut up. I'm just trying to say that if you tell him your truth, you might find out something about him as well. What? Like he's straight? You don't know that. Trust me, 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗏san, I know. There's always a possibility that he swings both ways, you know. And if there isn't? But what if there is? Point is, if you're doing the challenge, then this might actually help out with your hopeless pining over him. And if it doesn't? What if he says, oh haha, well, I hope you find someone fit for you, not me though, I'm straight. That is the stupidest impersonation of Tsukishima that I have ever heard. And I haven't even known him for years. Shh. Just do it. I'm rooting for you. Thanks, bitch. Bitch. How did yours go with Yahiba-san? It was good. Found out he was bi and liked guys as well. That's great. You actually have a chance with him. Shut up. Anyways, good luck with your challenge. I'm sure it'll go great. If it doesn't, you have to treat me and Yahiba-san to lunch. I'm only treating Shigeru. Go to your tsuki for that shit. Goodbye. 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is a fline. Wow. Yamaguchi Tadashi is a fline. The former captain then breathed a heavy sigh as he was once again left on his own thoughts. Let's do this, he said to himself, trying to chase away any hint of nervousness in him. Private messages between Tsukishima-kei and Yamaguchi Tadashi. Tsuki. Tsukishima-kei is online. Yams. Do you have a minute? Or are you busy right now? I kind of am at the moment, but I can squeeze in a few minutes. Hey. No, you can do your work now. Sorry. I swear it's not important. No, it's fine, Yamaguchi, just tell me what you need to tell me, alright? No, it's fine. I swear it's not that important, I promise. Now that you're telling me that, I'm starting to get more curious. Yams. You can tell me, alright? I have some time to spare. Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure, Yams. Now spit it out. Alright, fine. What do you think of people who are gay? That's an unusual question. But if you ask me, I don't really have an issue with it. Probably because I just realized that I might hold an attraction to someone of the same sex, haha. Hey. I thought you were straight, Tsuki. I thought so too, but I kinda find other guys a little attractive too, you know. Oh, like who? Smirking face. Shut up, Yams. Weren't you supposed to be asking me something? Aha, yes, right, haha. I was trying to steer the conversation away from that topic by asking you your crush, but whatever. Why'd you ask that question all of a sudden? Well, I wanted to see how you would react if I told you I was. ? Well, gay hehe. I was scared that you might find me disgusting if I told you so. I tried testing the waters. First of all, Tadashi, I'm not an asshole. Debatable. Okay, fine. I'm not too much of an asshole, happy? That sounds more believable. Whatever. I'm not throwing away years worth of friendship just because you're gay, Yams. That's stupid. Hey, that's what 𝘁𝗏𝗏𝗏san said as well. Oh, you told him first? Oh yeah, haha. Cool. I'm assuming he didn't react negatively? Yep, he was very understanding too. That's good. Hey, I'm glad he's making you happy. Hey. What do you mean, Tsuki? Nothing, I think I have to go. Alright. You need to go back to your job, Yeah. Thank you again, Tsuki. Really. It's no problem, Yams. Good night. Good night, Tsuki. Sakuatsu. Ever since the last time Sakusa and Atsumu talked, their interactions during practices have started to become weird. For starters, every time Sakusa would try to sit close to Atsumu, the faux blonde would immediately try to excuse himself, saying that he had to go to the toilets. The first few days of practice were fine, however, as the week progressed, Sakusa couldn't help but feel worried about Atsumu. He couldn't help but think that the faux blonde was avoiding him on purpose. He tried going up to Atsumu after their practice matches, but the setter would always find a way to escape from his grasp. May it be making up an excuse to go somewhere or saying that he has plans while profusely apologizing to Sakusa. Slowly but surely the curly-haired 𝘰𝗶𝗴𝗏 found his confidence starting to fade. He skimmed through his memories, any possible thing that he may have done to cause Atsumu to act this way. Engrossed in his own thoughts, Sakusa was unaware of the fact that a volleyball was barreling its way towards him. Before the 𝘵𝗶𝗏𝗏 could react, everything suddenly went dark. The curly-haired 𝘵𝗶𝗏𝗏 suddenly sat up and looked around his surroundings with a look of confusion evident on his face. What the fuck happened? He thought to himself. His head was throbbing as if something heavy had landed on top of it. Guys, he's awake. Suddenly, a group of footsteps was then heard from inside the room Sakusa was in before the door slowly swung open, revealing Iwaizumi and the rest of his teammates from MSBY. Are you feeling alright, Sakusa? My head just hurts a little. What happened? You got hit by one of Ashijima-san's spikes. Yeah, he told me to tell you he's sorry. It's fine. Are you okay, Sakusa? You looked like you were thinking about something intently before being knocked out by 𝘁𝘂𝗵𝗆's balls. That's what she said. Iwaizumi then gave Bokuto a confused look before going back to Sakusa whilst Hinata had to stifle a laugh. Balls? Well, you almost got hit by a second one, but before it could hit you already fell. So anyway, is there something bothering you? It's nothing, Iwaizumi-san, I just wasn't focusing today, that's all. Maybe a good night's sleep will help. Where am I anyway? You're in Atsumu's dorm. Your apartment is on the 5th floor and he didn't want to risk injuring you further if he accidentally drops you, so yeah. Sakusa froze before slowly looking at his surroundings. He was inside his crush's dorm and he was sleeping on his bed. Anyways, we should get going now. Go take a rest, alright? Tell me if something's wrong as well. Maybe we can take you to the doctor or something. Sakusa nodded slowly before once again getting lost in his thoughts. We'll see you tomorrow, Sakan. Bye bye. The trio then left the room and replaced the noise with silence, which was then broken by another knock on the door. Omi, are you doing okay? The faux blonde said in the softest voice possible. Yeah, I'm doing better. Thank you. By the way, don't mention it, Omi. He, do you want me to get you anything? No, just can you stay here for a minute? Why have you been avoiding me these past few days, Tsumu? I didn't want to make things awkward between us, I guess. I shouldn't have said what I said when we last talked, haha, I'm really sorry, Omi. The faux blonde told him with his head looking down and fingers fidgeting, indicating that the setter was very nervous. What are you talking about? I shouldn't have assumed you like guys. I'm really sorry, Omi. I didn't want to make you feel uncomfortable. Is that why you've been avoiding me? Yeah, I got so embarrassed that I couldn't bear to show my face to you. So I avoided you for the time being, at least until awkwardness dies down. You're an idiot, Omi. Sakusa chuckled. Seeing the way Atsumu reacted was a breath of fresh air. He missed seeing Atsumu being all weird. The setter that he saw the past few days was definitely different from the one in front of him right now, and he was glad that he got to see that side of him again. I'm not uncomfortable, okay? You can stop trying to avoid me, Tsumu. Besides, I hold an interest for guys, Atsumu's eyes suddenly turned wide at the revelation. Wait, so you're gay? Not necessarily. Then, if you don't mind me asking, I'm gray-sexual. I basically don't experience sexual attraction that often. That's nice. So you're not a big fan of sex, is that it? I mean, the idea of it doesn't repulse me, but the thought of wanting to do it doesn't happen often, so yeah. Oh, that's actually very interesting, Omi. Is there someone you're attracted to particularly? Is it a guy? Yeah. The curly-haired spiker then found himself slowly turning red, not believing that himself that he actually just told Atsumu that he was crushing on someone. Are you getting flustered, Omi? You better introduce me to them when you have the time. The faux blonde exclaimed, though a subtle hint of sadness was mixed in with the way the setter uttered those words. I'm gay, by the way. He thought I'd just put it out there since you came out to me. I think it's only fair if I think I should just shut my mouth. The faux blonde said nervously before being followed by a chuckle from the curly-haired spiker. You don't need to be nervous around me, Mia. Thank you though, for trusting me with that. No problem, Omi. I could say the same for you, If it's fine with you, I'd like to learn more about gray sexuality if you don't mind. Sure. Lovesick morons. Sakan just got hit in the head with a volleyball. Ikoatoru, Hinata Shoyo, Kozume Kenma, Kyoto Kintaro and Yamaguchi Tadashi are online. Is he okay? How'd he get hit by a volleyball skull? He wasn't focusing on his surroundings and got hit by a spike from 𝘁𝘂𝗵𝗆 skull. Is he okay now at least? Yeah. Tsum is currently taking care of him. So is Tsumu-chan starting to make a move on him, Bo-chan? Maybe? What do you mean maybe? Atsumu-san's been trying to avoid Omi-san right after the challenge last week. Dunno why, but I'm hoping they at least resolve it since they're together right now. Oh god, please don't tell me that we're going back to square one. It was getting so good already. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Can I get filled in on what happened? Me too. I'm confused. Mia practically confessed to Sa-chan last challenge. He said, and I quote, not that I wouldn't date you if you were interested in guys or something. Oh wow, okay, he actually has a chance. So you were saying Kenma-san? I just think Atsumu is scared or something that he might have made things awkward for both of them. After all, he wasn't sure if Sakusa was into guys or not, and he might have been embarrassed for assuming it. Fair point. Hey, I wanna know what happened to your challenges. Ikoa-san scored a date. Mad Dog-chan. If you're asking how I know, he accidentally sent me a screenshot of their conversation with Iwaizumi-san. Shut up. It was supposed to be for Maki, okay? Yeah, whatever, Ikoa-san, I just love seeing you suffer, smiling face. Bitch. Wait, you scored a date. That's great news, what the? I didn't even mean it, okay? I just said hang out. And stupid Iwa-chan called it a date pill. Here we see a wild Ikoa-san in its natural habitat, gay panicking. Skull. You forgot the best part though. Kyoto. He friend-zoned himself. Kyoto Kintaro sent a photo. Well, way to go, Ikoa-san. Bahas, why would you do that? Skull. Shut the fuck up. I panicked, okay. Jeez. Who wouldn't panic if your childhood best friend who you've been pining over for god knows how long suddenly asks you out on a date? Fair enough. So, when's the date? Smirking face. Yama-chan, stop. Yamaguchi being a little shit. Anyways, how did everyone else's challenges go? It was good. I think I found out a lot about myself and Akashi. Same. I thought Kags would pull off the same shit again, but he didn't, and I also found out a lot about him actually. So I'm assuming everyone else's challenges went well? Wait, speaking of challenges, I kinda want to make our challenges a little spicier if you know what I mean. Smirking face. No. Yama-chan mean. I didn't mean it like that. Before I proceed though, let me add someone to the group chat. Oikoa added Tendou Satori to the group chat. Add Tendou Satori. Tendou Satori is online. Yo. Is this the group chat, Oikoa? Yeah. Nice. Hey everyone. Wait, he knows about the chat already? I think I remember you from somewhere. You were the one who sang Baki Baki ni or something while I got benched. Aha. I remember, you know. It's nice to meet you. Yes, let's save the introductions for later, alright. As I was saying, these past few challenges were child's play, so I propose another catch. Why? Because I said so. And because 𝘁𝑀𝑒𝑒𝑠 isn't here to counter me, so. Anyways, I propose that if someone is unable to do a challenge, they need to do a punishment man dancing. No. Yeah, no. Are you out of your mind, Oikoa? I agree, what the fuck? Y'all are a bunch of pussies then kissing face with open eyes. Besides, there's no fun if there isn't a punishment. Can't we just do the challenge without the punishment? Alright, fine, I can make a few exceptions if your relationship between your crush is going south. But I highly encourage you to do the challenge if y'all don't wanna be punished. Who gets to pick the punishment? I propose that everyone gets to vote which punishment if we're really doing this. Fine, at least we have some form of control, I guess. As long as everyone vows not to embarrass their fellow lovesick moron in the punishment, I'll do it. I'm not sure about the not embarrass part, but I'm still in, I guess. Great.